My YouTube channel was hacked. I got bamboozled, swindled, but f***ed. I'm making this video just to spread awareness for content creators around the same size as mine or even bigger ones, because that's who these hackers look for. This past Friday, January 24th, I received an email from a camera company. Now, I usually get hit up, occasionally from different music companies, sometimes, other gear pertaining to making videos and stuff like that. So it wasn't really out of the ordinary. They mentioned that they'd seen my videos and they wanted to, do a collab or some sort of like product placement. The camera brand I do actually use, so it seemed pretty legit. They said they wanted to jump on a call with me, and I agreed to jump on a call with them. So after I responded to that, they had sent me a follow-up email with this sort of like spreadsheet on how they pay out creators and their terms and conditions and whatnot. So I looked through it, and then at the bottom there was a link, and the instructions said to click on the link to view my personal contract with them and our terms and conditions, and with that they sent a code. The email that I got was no different than any other email that I have gotten before from a sponsor or a product review, or a company to do a product review, or ad placement. Like, that was everything looked pretty legit. Even like what they were gonna pay content creators, it wasn't out of the ordinary. It wasn't too good to be true. It was like average, it seemed legit. That's why I didn't really question it. It was like a normal, collab procedure with the terms and conditions. So I just want to say that before anyone is like,
oh, well, why would you click on that, or why would you do that?
Because like other companies, I've clicked on links that they sent me, like contracts, and it's legit. Like DocuSign is a legit app. Like I even like looked it up, and they must have embedded something in there. And then of course the code that I put, I gave them access, So I didn't respond right away because I was in the middle of filming a video, and then I was about to edit. As those files were exporting, I went back to that email because I was going to look more into it. The link was a DocuSign link. So I clicked the link, I inputted the code, and when I did that, it supposedly the contract would pop up, but nothing was popping up. So I went back to my Gmail to see if I was following the steps correctly. And when I went back to my Gmail, I was logged out. Like, I heard about this maybe like years ago when I first started doing YouTube. I was following this content creator, and the exact same thing happened to him. That didn't pop up in my head until I went to my YouTube channel just to double check. And when I went to the YouTube app, usually it takes me right to the channel. Yeah, I was logged out of that as well. So of course I tried to log in. I noticed that all my two-step verifications and my backup email had been changed. This person had set up a physical security key, like a USB key. I had no way of getting into my email or my YouTube channel. So of course I started freaking out, and I was trying everything to get a hold of Google support. Google doesn't offer like a phone number. It's usually just like some sort of automated thing where you go and you recover your email. However, the steps that I was following, it didn't allow me to recover my email because I didn't have the information that had been changed from the hacker. So at that same time, I went to my YouTube page through a separate browser, and I noticed that it was streaming like cryptocurrency, supposedly a live cryptocurrency. Like, dude, right then and there, like my heart sank, because I was like, no fucking way. I've heard of this before. I never really thought it would happen to me, and it happened to me. I started leaving comments. I noticed whoever was subscribed to my channel and had notifications turned on, they were getting notifications that I was supposedly live streaming when it was just, the hacker live streaming, or supposedly live streaming. I don't think it was an actual live stream. They were leaving comments. I left comments saying this was hacked. People were reporting it, thank God. So luckily, my YouTube channel was only compromised for maybe a couple of hours, and then it got shut down. And then I noticed that it said my channel was terminated because of community guideline violations. I still couldn't access my Gmail though. So the only thing I could do was reach out to Google support and then just wait. I opened up a case, and I had to wait. So Google support was even asking me to screen record what was happening, of me following the steps, trying to recover my email, because they wanted to see what was going on, or what the site was telling me. Google takes like 24 hours to respond. So even if I got a response from them in the morning and I replied right away, I wouldn't hear anything till the next day. If not the same time the next morning, maybe noon the next day. It took about 5 days for me to actually get my account back and recovered. I want to say like the first 3 or 4 days, it was usually the same. They kept sending like the same automated procedure, just type this link, recover your email. But as I kept telling them, like my backup email and two-step security procedures, like all that stuff was changed. And I kept, repeatedly telling them, I have no access to this. Finally, this morning, which is, today's the 29th. They removed all of the two-step security and the backup email. I had 7 days to basically sign into my compromised Gmail and change the passwords, change the security, the backup email and two-step verification. Because I got this email like around 5:30 this morning, and I've hardly been sleeping. For sure, like the first 2 nights I didn't really sleep at all. And so my hands like were sweaty, mom spaghetti, the whole thing. I come downstairs, I get on the computer, I hit, the Google link, and I followed the steps. And luckily I was able to retrieve my Gmail. As soon as I was able to retrieve my Gmail and change everything, two-step verification and backup email, I got another email from YouTube support, which is basically like the same thing, saying that they needed information regarding my account, like where was I signing in from, what device was I using last when I was logged into my YouTube account, questions like that. There was only like a few questions. Once I sent that information, the only thing I could do, like I said, was wait. It said up to 72 hours because they had to investigate my channel and see what was going on to see if it was really hacked. Maybe 20 minutes later, I got an email saying that the account was recovered and they were able to reverse everything that the hackers did, that I needed to sign back in and change my banner, my avatar, because that was all changed by them, and that I had to do it as soon as possible just so it didn't look like my channel was still compromised. I did all that. The only thing I was having trouble with was changing my homepage because that was all Tesla stuff, and I was trying to figure that out, but I figured it out. All I had to do was just go to my manage my channel homepage, and then I was able to delete the layers, which those layers were all Tesla page and stuff. Delete those, and then I just put my shorts, not my shorts, but my YouTube shorts. I'm super relieved. I'm super happy. And really quick, I just want to say thank you to the people who reached out right away, who were DMing me. Like, I was getting followers too who weren't following me before on my Instagram, saying, hey, your channel has been hacked, and is that you live streaming Dogecoin? I hope you're not a Dogecoin guy. I'm like, I didn't respond right away to everybody because at that moment I was freaking out. But everyone else who was wishing me well and positive and sending me links on different ways to try to get my account back and how to recover it, I really appreciate that. Like, seriously, that means a lot. And everyone who started following my backup account that I started, and everyone who was just like positive and optimistic about the whole thing, I was questioning, am I gonna be able to get this back? It wasn't until maybe a couple days ago when I pretty much started the second channel, or my backup channel, that I was like, you know what, I don't even give a shit anymore. Like, if I don't get this channel back, I'll just start all over. I just accepted it, like, it is what it is. But thinking about it though, like, it took me 4.5 years to, like, I don't have hundreds of thousands of subscribers right now, but it took me like 4.5 years to get to 19,000 subscribers, consistently creating content and writing music and uploading. That's what really sucked. That's like, me thinking about that just got me super bummed. I was supposed to go to NAMM that weekend, and I even hit up the guitar company who I've done collabs with, Fesley, and I was like, hey, you know what, like, my YouTube channel had been hacked, my Gmail had been hacked, everything that's associated with that Gmail account I have no access to. I'm not going to be able to go to NAMM. I'm just gonna try to figure things out. I ended up going to NAMM like last minute. It was really fun, and I had a great time, even though I was in my head I was trying to not worry about that, but it was still a good time. And I'm glad I went. I met like some really super cool people, and I met the team from Fesley. They were super nice. They actually gifted me a guitar. But yeah, they were like super nice people. They're like, yeah, before you leave today, we pick any guitar you want here, and then just make sure you pick it up before the show closes. Like, that was super cool of them. But yeah, you guys, I'm so relieved, and I'm so happy I got the channel back. Back to business as usual. Once again, thank you to all the people who've been reaching out on Instagram and my patrons. Thank you so much for, supporting, and, the positive feedback and the well wishes. That means everything to me. And I was not expecting to get my channel back, to be honest. Like, I already lost hope, but that turned around. So I'm super grateful. I don't know what else to say. Oh, I'm getting a new pedal in today, which that's even a bigger bonus. Like, I went from like being extremely bummed, feeling like shit, to I got my Gmail back, I got my channel back, and I'm getting a new pedal in today. and I cannot wait to share that with you guys. I also got a couple new pedals last week, and you're gonna see those 2 pedals in the next video that's coming up, maybe today or tomorrow. Please have your notifications turned on. So like I said, you know, content creators, doesn't matter what content you're doing, just be very careful, be aware. You know, I set up my whole, like, you know, 2-step verification and backup email. I did that completely different now. If anything, this whole situation just made me a little, not a little, it made me a lot more aware of, you know, what can happen. And I don't want to take advantage, not that I was before, but just super grateful not taking advantage of my channel. You know, like, my channel means everything. I put so much work into it. And for those of you who've been following since I started it, you know, when I had like 0 subscribers, you guys know how much effort like I put into this, because it means a lot to me. And I love sharing videos with you guys. I love your guys' feedback of when you say like it's helping you, you know, because that's what I want to do. That's the whole idea, and the whole reason why I post videos like this is to share my approach and to, you know, help anyone who's kind of like stuck in a rut or writer's block or something, to inspire them. And I want to continue doing that, and I am going to continue doing that. So yeah, I mean, that's all I pretty much wanted to come on here and say. I know it's not a music video, but I just wanted to address everything that's going on. Thank you guys for your support. Stay posted for some fun videos. Until the next video, I will see you guys in.